What's happening, YouTube? You've seen the shorts. You've seen the 16 gram fire in the Tipx. 20 gram CO2 in the Tipx. The 16 gram, which is this guy right here, has given me zero problems. I set it up originally for using a 16 gram. Then I stumbled across the 20 grams. There you go. 20 grams came with their own set of problems, so this will mostly be unedited unless it goes terribly wrong. The neck is different, the thread depth is a little bit different. So originally when I was setting this up this morning, I just kept threading the cartridge in like I would the 16 gram that bottoms out because that's how I had it set up, and it stops and it's ready for puncture. What happened with the 20 gram this morning was, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's a day off work today, guys. I'm fiddling around while I'm waiting for everybody to get up, and I'm tightening this guy in, and boom, it punctures. And well, it didn't puncture properly, of course, and there's CO2 spraying everywhere. And then I managed to get it seated, and I ran out to the garage and fired off a couple of rounds, and it fired. But at that point, there was like 3 shots left, and the CO2 was dead. 20 gram presents a strange problem comparatively to the 16 gram. Mind you, I did cut my Tipx for the 16 gram, and it made it fairly simple, and I've kind of perfected the overboring of the chain with the cylinder now, or the CO2 area, we'll call it, that I can thread it in very easily. But I feel like, and I'll show you the photo here, I had some comments like, wow, it looks super compact, and it might just be a camera trick, because I'll show you right here. That is the cut 16 gram version on top of a full-size uncut Tipx, and it's actually, it's just a marginally bigger this overall. But what that other one leaves on the table is it's only got a 5-inch barrel, and CO2 loves long barrels, so this is where we ended up for now. And again, on what I was speaking about, unconventional loading of the CO2, short-term solution to get a threaded cartridge in here is I unscrew the barrel, and actually, well, you can see the CO2 through there. I can actually just roll it in by hand and then put the barrel back in. Alternatively, I was using this piece of silicone heater hose that I had laying around, and I can actually just insert it like this and thread the cartridge in or out. Tactical, right? Hey, give me a break. It's just a working solution right now. And if you have any brilliant ideas, send them my way. I did try the 16 gram unthreaded. There's just not enough meat at the end here to have anything substantial threaded in as a cap that I would be comfortable with. These threaded cartridges are not going anywhere, and I have no qualms about using them. But having an unthreaded cartridge that could possibly launch out the end without a positive engagement, well, that's just kind of where it ended. So let's see if it punctures successfully. So this time around, I threaded the cartridge in till it stopped, instead of kind of just forcing it like I was and thinking it wasn't all the way threaded in. And I can tell that by the amount of trigger pull. So that way, right there I can tell, like that trigger it moves like 1/8 of an inch and then it stops. That's ready to puncture. I will be using 8-gram Juls. I'm using the factory Tipx barrel just because I don't think it gets enough credit. It has done pretty well in all my tests. It's a little on the loose side, but it doesn't seem to have affected it too much. Bore sizing is important, don't get me wrong, but length is more important than anything else. So in this case, I was going for more length. I didn't have any other barrels besides, I do have a Grimburg 9-inch, which surely will make way more power than I've probably seen so far. My best so far was 330 with the 8-gram Juls. There's the happy logo on a 5-inch barrel. So I imagine this probably put up some serious numbers, but it's not the look I'm going for. I don't mind the length of the Tipx barrel. It actually perfectly suits. It was designed for this marker. Okay, let's fire up. There goes nothing. Nice. Okay, 8-gram Juls. I was getting 16 shots on a 16-gram CO2. Granted, the last few shots, obviously, CO2, it winds down, but 16 shots. That was a failure to load. What happened? Interesting. Okay, don't want to waste any more shots. Let me grab another mag. I think that's something wrong with my magazine. All right, something fishy going on there. That magazine has been working. It's been holding 8. Now, this one only holds 7 for some unknown reason, so. Well, I hate to have wasted that first shot, but hey, there's about 2 minutes in between for that CO2 to warm up again, so. See, you know the difference was this time I noticed when I inserted that magazine, it was rattling around, which told me that follower didn't release or something. All right. $338. $318. $302. $286. $270. $254. Last shot. $246. All right, technically that was 8 shots because of the one dry fire. Somebody asked me about Byrna Kinetics this morning. Granted, this is second magazine, but always willing to try something. $436. It's about the same as the first shot in a Byrna LE. Second shot though, holding its own. Again, second mag, not maybe a minute between when I reloaded here. Byrna Kinetics, by the way, are 3 grams, in case you didn't know. Actually, mine, well, I should weigh those because those came from Mr. Wixon. Thank you, John. Before I put the Juls up on the screen there, I'll make the addition if they are 3 grams or the 2.9 grams. 348. All right, then. It's been 30 minutes. I left the marker pressurized. We're at 15 shots. And I thought I'll throw the Grimburg barrel in. Grimburg Jewel V2s, 8 grams. $246. $202. $152. And that is it. It is out. Obviously not a fair shake on that Grimburg barrel. But something interesting, the 20 gram it really didn't do that many more shots. 16 shots on a 16 gram, like 18, I think, about on the, and obviously the last ones are pretty much pathetic. It works. I don't know if I will chase the 20 gram. They are expensive. I'll show you my my unconventional method of unthreading the CO2. It's a little icy, even after those few shots here. Okay, let's try this. But the 16 gram kind of loads a similar method with this full case, full clamshell. Improvements to be made for sure. There you go. So, you know, I'm not bluffing. Where does it say on there 20 gram? Ah, there it is, 20 gram. Another interesting fact. Well, obviously I missed that first shot with the dry fire. It was a little bit higher at 338 feet per second. My best on the 16 gram with the 5-inch, as I said, was 330, and it seemed to be 330 that was a good number. It kept sticking to that. 338 could be attributed to the longer barrel, more than likely. Maybe I would have seen a 345 if I had a foo bar to that first shot. But again, I think that has more to do with barrel length and the CO2. It would appear at this point, the 16 gram and the 20 gram, the marker is pretty much ingesting the most liquid it can. And it's just kind of functioning in the same manner. There's no little boost that you're gonna get from going that route, except the expense, of course. Like, subscribe, share, definitely subscribe, because where do I go from here is a very good question. See you on the next one.